Hi. Hi. Hello. I don't have a topic, so you guys are gonna have to give me a topic. Yeah, me. We're gonna try just chatting because gaming's not working out for me. We're not from vid yet. No, I want stream to be like talking to chat, and I don't feel like video games are very conducive to that. Let's talk about cheese. I like cheese. Cheese is good. I like cheese. Into conversation. Next topic. Yeah, I just like talking to chat. That's what I want. So I guess we're gonna do just chatting streams until I figure out how to do it comfortably. Until I figure out like how it works. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do for just chatting. I don't know how to. I will admit that I am not a great streamer. I'm bad. Yeah, I think the worst thing about doing just chatting streams with small chat is I just don't know what to talk about. I don't know how to like get conversation going. I rely too much on people talking to talk. Why did your egg crack? Like I said in the video, I knew I was trans since 4 years old. I knew, I just knew, man. I always knew. It's weird to think about that even at 4 and 5 years old, I had been socialized enough to feel awkward about being a boy liking girl things. Um, yeah, I just remember being really envious of all of my friends in the neighborhood who were girls. Strangely enough, all of my friends in the neighborhood who were girls moved, and then it was just a bunch of boys in the neighborhood. So it's really weird. It's like in my deep, deep youth, I had like this chance to like be around girls and have like girly fun, and then it was replaced with a bunch of boys. It was very unfortunate. Guys, I'm 45 years old. I don't fucking care or know about the 9 plus 10 meme. I don't even think kids these days know about 9 plus 10. You guys are fucking old too now, so get fucked. What's up with numbers, your videos with Gacha Life? Oh, the hashtag? I just knew, like, Gacha Life was, so like in 2020, when I blew up on TikTok, I felt like I had stumbled upon something by accident with Gacha Life because someone made Gacha Life versions of my avatars because my avatars were really popular in VRChat back in like 2018, 2019. I just looked it up and it was like wild that there was like these like videos that had like millions and millions of views with Gacha Life characters getting into all kinds of weird adventures, and some of them were really depraved. And I didn't understand what it was at first, and then when I saw some of them were like 13 plus, it occurred to me, I was like, oh, this is like kids doing this. And then I was like, oh my god, all of these kids are going to end up probably getting into like VR chat when they're older. Because like the Gacha Life characters were all very VR chat coded in the way that they were like they had like tail, like they weren't furry, but they looked like VR chat characters. And so when I started posting content on TikTok, I was like, I'm just gonna use the hashtag Gacha Life because I bet these kids haven't ever seen like VTubers and like VR chat content before. And I don't know if that was what helped me go viral or like, but I definitely did reach like a middle school audience, which is like, it's like, be careful what you wish for. It was a fucking nightmare. But yeah, and then I think TikTok eventually started banning Gacha Life hashtags or like limiting who, because I think they realized it was like not good. In the same way they have certain hashtags banned. Do you recommend getting into VR chat to a noob? But it's fun. I don't know. Like I don't know how to answer that question. VR chat is complicated. It can definitely change you. It can reveal things about yourself maybe you don't know about. I just be aware there's kids on there. And not everyone is honest about their age. So like you got to be, as an adult you should be responsible. The Shrek 5 teaser, I think that people are overreacting about it, but at the same time, like I do understand how his face looks a little different, but it's like one of those things where it's like they're judging it based off of like his facial expression. That trailer was him looking concerned, so like I don't know. I don't fucking care. I don't care, dude. You know what I think actually looks fun? I think the Minecraft movie looks super fun. It's weird. I guess I get the hate. I guess, but like I think it looks fun. It looks silly. It looks silly. But yeah, I mean, VR chat, you should just go try it out. I think people goon on there. I mean, it's a VR. It's like saying people goon on the internet. I mean, duh. I heard people goon on the internet. I heard people goon IRL. Did you know that people goon IRL with each other? Did you know people touch each other and make each other come? Isn't that crazy? Like physically. They rub their genitals together. It's fucking wild. I can't imagine someone would go into a virtual landscape in which they can be whatever they want and then ERP. That's wild. Did you know ERP is common in Discord? What is my earliest memory? I think it was I had a dream walking through the trailer park home that I grew up in when I was very, very young. I walked into the living room from the kitchen with a cup, and I put the cup on the back of my hand, or I think it might have been the front, I can't remember. And then when I turned my hand around and lifted the cup, there was a big spider that had eaten away my flesh. That's my earliest memory. Do you eat Cheez-Its? No. I don't snack on the only things I snack on is dark chocolate and walnuts. No crackers. Crackers aren't healthy. Yeah, walnuts are good. I forgot what it has. Omega fatty acids? Question mark? Yeah, I have a pretty like simple, strict diet, so that I have I'll get all the nutrients I need, and then also I don't have to worry about migraines and digestion and stuff. When I was younger, I would just eat the most trash, but now that I'm older, I have to eat healthy, you know? It's catching up with me. Eating nothing but zebra cakes for breakfast in high school is finally caught up with me. Nuts are too fatty? What's too fatty? Walnuts? Bro, I ain't eating a bag of walnuts. What are you talking about? I'm eating like 4 walnuts at a time. What do you mean they're fatty, dude? You know you need fat to live, right? Yeah, but yeah, when I talk about snacking, I ain't talking about eating an entire bag of potato chips. I'm talking about like if you ever need like a little dopamine hit from food, you can literally just put a few in your mouth and like you don't have to eat an entire thing. And if you're hungry, like you need to drink a lot of water. Like I have that issue. Like I learned because I get migraines if I eat too much, especially if I eat too much like salty food and sugar. And it's sometimes like I'm so dopamine deprived, I'll just sit there and just I'll like literally like by the handful start chomping down whatever, you know what I mean? And so what I've had to learn to do is I've had to learn to like consciously be like, okay, I'm feeling snacky. First I'll drink a lot of water, make sure that I'm not, you know, just dehydrated, and then I'll just like literally like right now I'll just get like a little like I can count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dark chocolate chips. Eat that little dopamine hit. Yeah, water can yeah. Half the time that people feel hungry, they're just dehydrated. When you have a good metabolism, you can just fucking eat anything, it doesn't fucking matter. And some people have that kind of metabolism like in, you know, as they get older. But me, I don't know. I went through a change. I like sometime in my 30s I was like, oh god, I'm getting migraines all of a sudden. Why? But I also have a family history of diabetes. I've tried learning Thai, I've tried learning French, I've tried learning Russian, I've tried learning German. I guess that's it. Latin, I learned Latin when I was younger for a year. Also, it's okay, no boy, that you and I are just talking. It's the fate of being a small streamer. I'm just hoping someday I can be bigger, so that I can be more interesting. But you know, it's not gonna happen unless I try. So here I am trying. What's up, tax evasion? Did you know that if you don't pay your taxes for 10 years, the IRS, like you essentially get tax forgiven? If the IRS doesn't come for you within 10 years, like 10 years, like as soon as your taxes are 10 years old, they can't bug you about it. So I'm not saying play chicken with the IRS, but you could play chicken if you wanted to and see what happens. Dream cart. Back in the day, it was a Lotus Elise. because I thought it looked real cute. And then I was excited when, you know, Lotus became the early model for Tesla before Elon was involved. The Tesla Roadster, I think it was like, I was excited, but it didn't look exactly like the Lotus Elise. But now I just want, honestly, I want a I'd like a Toyota Prius. Yeah, it's really good for, like, I don't know, it's just good for traveling and stuff. Like if you wanted to like sleep in your car if you were traveling. Yeah, the Toyota Prius is just a good practical car for traveling, and you know, if you need to sleep in it for any reason, like you can just let it run overnight. Because I want to live in Japan, and in Japan, like, I don't even know what kind of cars are available in Japan. I'd be down for just living without a car, honestly. My dream car is living in Japan without a car. What's my favorite model? Like for VTubing? I don't know, like it was fun playing the character Rainbow Smile with that really hot anime girl model. I don't like, not for live, it's weird. I'm just like, I'm not a character live. I can't keep up a character live. But for like, I don't know, like the Gremlin, my Izzy Mouse Gremlin model was fun. Izzy Mouse Izzy Mouse and Rainbow Smile were fun playing characters. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I like this one because it feels like me. Like, I feel like this really captures like when I'm like I have like IRL, I have resting bitch face. I'm generally like, my default state is kind of sad, honestly. So I feel like this model captures me. And then when I smile, it actually, like, when I smile big in real life. Like, I got a dumb goofy grin. So I feel like this is like the most, like, this captures what I feel like is like my personality expressions the most. Also, I just like the idea of like this like annoying ghost child, because I'm a brat. That being said, like recently, I don't know, I haven't really been hanging out with people. I haven't been very social except with my boyfriend. I think I'm a little traumatized by having lived in Oklahoma for 2 years. I think I'm at my wit's end here. Remember Japan? Do you want to like live in the country? I would like to live on the edge of Tokyo. The outskirts of Tokyo sound really good. When I like, essentially just like a train ride, or long bike ride downtown. Same type beat, where if I just want to go, like, I don't want to live so far into the city where there's no trees. Aren't people depressed there? Bro, people are depressed everywhere. It's a freaking tea. I just want to live in a part of Tokyo that has trees, essentially. But I guess that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if there's anything I feel like I could accomplish in this life, not just trans people, but just like people who are feeling hopeless in general, if I could convince those people to stay alive and become amazing, like, that'd be great. And, you know, weirdos and queers and trans people are already such a small population. Like, you know, if you think about it in terms of numbers, like, we need all the numbers we can get. Removing yourself from the equation of life is not helping other people. God, just fuck this gay earth. Fuck this straight earth. Just want money. I think community is more important than money, honestly. Tax evasion, how old are you? Cardboard circles, hello. It is going fine. We are trying to, I'm trying to be a streamer. I'm trying to be a streamer. Are you eyeing any visual novel? Dude, I can't sit through visual novels, bro. I just can't. I started those 2 visual novels and I just like, tax evasion, how old are you? I want to know how old you are before I have this conversation. I just can't. I can't, dude. Like, I can't. He's either 16 or 46. That's a wide spread. Yeah, I just can't. I mean, I'm not hating on people who read books and manga. For me personally, I just can't. I just don't have the... It's like, I just get bored. I'm not engrossed. I'm not engrossed in storytelling like I used to be. Same with JRPGs or RPGs in general. Tax evasion, I'm gonna give you one last time to tell me how old you are. Like, I can't even... I don't know, like I don't know what it is. It's just, I guess it's something psychological. I just don't. I'm not doxing. Okay, well, yeah. I think, guys, I think something's wrong with me. I think I've actually like. I think something has happened in my life. I think something fundamentally has changed in my brain. I just don't like. I can't sit down for stuff. I like doing things too much. I'm a go-getter. I have things to accomplish. I don't have time to fucking watch someone else's story. I'm creating my own. I used to love to read. Okay, let's precept this. I used to read the fuck out of books, sci-fi, fantasy novels. Oh my god, I'd like consume them in droves. Like, don't get me wrong, I used to love reading books, comics. Every now and then I find a comic I really get into. Same type, be like I don't know. It's like I have to be in the mood, you know. Same things with music. Like I don't listen to a lot of music. But then I'll find something I love and I'm just like, you know, I just consume it. But it's like I just, if I had to say I do one thing on like a regular basis, it's, I guess, gaming. Like I was at odds with myself for the longest time about gaming, because I felt like gaming was a waste of time, and now I've just accepted it in my life. Like I just love gaming. Dangers of 5M addiction. Yeah, I do miss. God, I miss GTA 5. I was thinking about it a lot. I miss the interplay. GTA 5 would be so good. Or sorry, No Pixel Roleplay would have been so much better if it had roleplay centric admins and game masters on the server who weren't assholes, but like, it is what it is. Man, that was a good time. Sorry, I'm thinking about the two visual novels I started reading recently, and they were actually really good. They were very engaging, but like, it's weird. It's almost like anxiety. Like I just didn't want to like I was feeling too much. I don't know. It's weird. I was like, they were good and compelling stories. I just didn't feel like getting wrapped up in them. I have a lot of I talked about a lot of topics in my videos where I'm just like, oh god, now that's on the internet forever. Oh god, you know what I mean? Like, oh god. Like I have to deal with like my stupid fucking opinions and stuff being online. And I found an old rant video back when I was doing videos with actual face cam and stuff, and it was so awkward, bro. Oh my god, it was so awkward. Cause like I still don't know how to talk about things very well, but like at least I have a better like idea of like, I kind of have an understanding of how to do a video, like a better presentation in videos, right? It's still rough around the edges, but at least like I'm a little bit more aware of like keeping things like interesting, I guess. And those old rants were just fucking full-fledged autism. Like it was like full-fledged just awkward fucking, like I very much was just like, I'm just gonna put myself out there and I want to talk about a thing, and I no concern or care about the way I was like presenting myself. I just wanted to like get a thought out, and I was very bad at it. Like I'm better at it now, and I realize it's kind of been a refined process, but those early rant videos were just so fucking awkward, bro. Do I consider my viral past a mistake? No, I mean I didn't. I mean, I think I know what you're saying. Hold on one second. No, I don't regret going viral. We're all going through our process. You know what I mean? Like it is rough. It is rough being a content creator the way that I've been a content creator, because I haven't had like good confidence to just be myself until recently. I didn't have support. Like I didn't. There was this like long period between the time that I essentially left the pedal industry in like 2012 to now. Like there wasn't like queer, trans, there wasn't like alternative ways of thinking. There weren't people really broadcasting, like there weren't people like me online. Like there just wasn't a lot of that. it's literally taken like a generation of people to come online and create content for me to feel like confident again. So like the Izzy Mouse era was just like Izzy Mouse, when I was doing the Izzy Mouse content, I was trying to fit into like something I knew worked and failing obviously. So yeah, it was an opportunity to grow, I guess, to answer your question. Yeah, shitposting as a VTuber is really easy. Living as a VTuber as a character is like, that's hard. So I'm thankful to. I think this is going to be very interesting to see where this goes, because I don't know if there is a future for being this kind of VTuber. I don't know if this is doable in terms of like getting a bigger audience or not. I don't know. Yeah, that was always the plan. Yeah, it was always the plan. The fact that the fact that I got lucky with a few videos so early on was nice. Having had a lot of experience as a content creator, like, thank God, because I definitely was getting a lot of excitement when things started to pop off, because I thought, oh God, here it is, you know, like, I am just naturally talented and I'm gonna become a big VTuber again. And then things started slowing down, and it's funny, YouTube actually has this thing where it's like it actually tells you, it's like in the analytics, it's like yeah, you did really well this week. Here's the videos that did really good. Now, I want you to sit here and think about why these videos were so good. But YouTube does all this stuff where it's like, it encourages you to follow analytics, you know? That's not what I'm doing. I'm not trying to like game analytics. I'm trying to build like a foundational, you know, fan base slash support. So I could give a fuck. I'm not trying to, bro, especially because I'm making 2 videos a day, if I was trying to game the algorithm every single day, I'd fucking lose my mind. Like, or let alone like gambling on 1 video a month that you spend like hours and hours and hours on. Bro, fuck that life, dude. Fuck that shit, dude. Only to have the algorithm fucking strangle you to death. Like, you know, fuck that shit, bro. Chewing food in this avatar is so funny. You can hardly tell I'm eating. I don't want to run a community. That sounds like hell. Because it has been hell in the past. Yeah, I'm not. My community is my comment section and my Twitch chat. That's how I'm gonna answer that. As for my guitar pedals, I guess they're rare, yeah, because I was building them by hand, and I built a lot of them. I mean, I've been building them since 2003, but yeah, I guess they are rare. Yeah, it's wild seeing the value of my pedals go like 2 times as much as they're worth. Like, it is very interesting building a product and then seeing it appreciate in value like that. Back in the day, I was doing 10 a day. Because I would literally work like 12+ hour days. Like, I did the math at one point, and I think it's like over 50,000 pedals. I think it might be 75,000. Yeah, I built a lot. Pip up her story on her past guildmates was crazy. Having kids and adults online as close friends. No, I haven't seen that, but no, I'm telling you, dude, like, I just, it's weird, because I did this video the other day where I was talking about how, like, at the end of the day, like, parents should be the ones who talk with kids about sexuality, not, like, other adults, obviously, unless it's, like, a, you know, like, someone doing sex ed class, a trained professional, essentially. And what I was saying was, I said something along the lines of, because you don't want strange adults talking to your kids about sexuality, obviously, right? And then it occurred to me, I was like, wait a second. No, stranger danger is kind of a myth, because most things involving sexual abuse involve like family, unfortunately. Like, I laugh nervously. I'm not laughing because it's funny. And then it occurred to me, I was like, that is unfortunate. But I just feel like I feel like I don't know, man. Like, I think about the internet like I think about real life. And you're not gonna let your kid just hang out with a fucking stranger, bro. Even online, like, it's still just like, I don't know. I just think it's weird. I think it's weird for an adult to talk to kids, even if they're just like casually talking to kids. Like, that's just weird, bro. Like, imagine your kid, like a fucking a pool, right? Everyone's going to the pool to like swim and stuff, and then your kid just sits there with like a fucking 45-year-old dude. Your 13-year-old's hanging out with a 45-year-old. They're just having a casual conversation about gaming. So here's the thing. So this is okay. Hear me out. I feel like back in the day when I feel like in close-knit communities, like that doesn't seem so weird. You have just people in the neighborhood who are just friends with each other and stuff. But like strangers there is actual stranger danger online, is what I'm saying. There's actual stranger danger online. I've seen it enough times. I just don't trust it. Man. And maybe my view is skewed because of VRChat, but like I've heard it's just as bad in Discord, you know? And here's the thing, is 9 times out of 10, this is usually coming from people who are like in their 20s. And it's I don't know. I have seen, once again, I'm coming from the perspective of VRChat. Bro, I can't tell you how many people in their 20s are just like skirting the fucking edge when it comes to like hanging out with people who are still teenagers and stuff. And they're just like, oh no, they're 18 or they're about to turn 18. Like I once knew a group of people who were like celebrating someone turning 16 to 17, right? And because they had just turned 17, they were like, close enough to 18. It's like, bro, that's someone who just came out of middle school. What are you talking about? 17 doesn't like automatically make them close enough to a fucking adult. What are you saying, bro? Like, what are you talking? There's like so many mental gymnastics that people go through, and I've seen this especially from people in their 20s, and like even in up to the age of 25, like people who are just like, well, you know, I understand what it was like to be a teenager and blah 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 blah. It's like, I don't fucking care. You're an adult now, bro. That's hands off, bro. You don't touch that shit. What are you talking about? Oh, we're just gaming together. I'm like, yeah, what? No. Yeah, it is creep behavior. And this goes back to, once again, why I just like, I don't want to do a Discord community, because I can't monitor that shit properly. I mean, that's like an extreme version of why I don't want a Discord community, but a more, I also just hate managing people in general. Like, people, you don't know who people are. It's easier to, like, if someone crosses the line in a Twitch chat or YouTube comments, it's very easy. It's a very easy, like, well, you're not a part of this conversation anymore. Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I kind of get it, like, I kind of get it with people in their early 20s, because I remember what it was like in my early 20s, where I still felt like I was like, I wasn't a fully formed adult. So it was just like it's weird. I think I was 21 or 22 when I finally started seeing high schoolers as kids. Like they looked like kids to me, you know what I mean? As you get older, bro, high schoolers look like middle schoolers. Like, high schoolers look like middle schoolers, and middle schoolers look like fucking toddlers. Like, it's so weird. But when you're like in high school, you know what I mean? Like, you don't feel like you don't feel that. When you're right out of high school, you don't really feel that. But you get to a certain age where you start to really feel that difference. So this is why I say, like, I understand why people in their 20s are confused about this stuff to a certain extent. Maybe they feel like they still feel a connection. That's not an excuse. I'm just saying I understand why some people are fucking brain dead. Why some people are brain dead and think it's okay. But yeah, once you're like in your mid-20s and after that, like, there's just no excuse. Moses is speaking fast. Yeah, it's funny. There's this whole thing with Destiny, where he was talking about how, like, there was some, like, there's this breakdown video of like all the creepy things Destiny's done, and one of his arguments about I guess ebophilia or whatever the fuck it's called was that he was saying that, you know, no, there's some girls who just mature early, so it's like, it's not bad. They just, you know, I can't help it if they look like an adult. And apparently, like, some girl was talking about how, like, she looked good even when she was 10 years old. Like, she looked sexy, like an adult sexy, when she was 10. So she sent pictures to Destiny, and Destiny was like, damn, I'd binge over your your tiny tyke bike or something. That argument of saying I get it. I get what they're saying in terms of like, dude, I come from androgyny. I get it. Like, there are people into their 20s who look younger than they are, right? Because human development just happens that way sometimes, right? But like, there's a difference between saying, you know, like, oh, I like this. I don't care if you look like a kid and you're 20. Like, I still love you. You're an adult. You know, there's a difference between saying that and then using that as an excuse to say, like, no, I'm into that body type. You know, that's my type. I mean, like, those are two different fucking comments. And I feel like that's kind of where he was coming. He's like, well, you know, what is an adult? Well, actually, what is an adult body? Like, let's talk about this. Like, you know, there are kids who have the adult bodies. I'm into that. So, like, I'm into kids. It's like, no, you don't. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? You're fucking mental, dude. Like, no. I don't care if, like, someone has, you know, has the, like, an incredible Hulk mutant power when they're fucking 4 years old and they look like a full-fledged adult. That's a fucking child. Like, it's that simple, bro. I'd be hard pressed to look at a high schooler and ever think to myself, that's an adult. Now, okay. Counterpoint. There is one way I have been fooled. I have on VRChat been confused, been surprised by someone who I thought was older than they were. But they were younger, and vice versa. There's people in their 20s who I thought were younger. Like, voices online are really hard to deal with. And whose destiny? He is he's an ancient content creator who has been streaming since before Twitch. Who came up as a like left-leaning liberal political commentator that people used to hero worship because he was like a debate bro who spoke the truth, you know, for the liberals and leftists. He's a debate bro who is just an annoying asshole. And so when you talk about these like political commentary spaces, like his name comes up a lot. And unfortunately, he has a very rabid fan base who has no problems going out of their way to like hurt people. Yeah, he's got that Eye of Sauron type beat where it's like, you don't want to get on his community's bad side because they'll just tear you apart. Yeah, he's a die on a hill type of guy, yeah. Like, I feel like when a lot of people are talking about politics and societal stuff, they're talking about it from this idea that somehow they're going to have control over what the future is in terms of control, like government control, societal control. Like, I feel like a lot of political talking comes from this idea of like how the world should be run, or at least traditionally that's how it's been. I don't have that influence. It's like I just know what I experience like in my own life. Like I'm not talking about things from the perspective of like how the world should be run because I ain't running the world. You know what I mean? I have no fucking control over that. I have no say, so I just know how people are and how I am from my own experiences. Wanted to bring up the whimsical thing. Do you think you'd prefer to have a more silly and natural state? Like, personally, I think I'd much prefer it, but something feels wrong about adopting it, giving too much shit about how... I am that way. Like, when I'm comfortable around people, I'm silly as fuck. Like, I'm a silly little goober. I just have to be in a certain state of mind, you know? No, it's something I've had. You know what it is? For me, it's just that I want to be appreciated for my silliness and cuteness, but I don't want to give up my overthinking. I like my overthinking. I think I have over time felt ashamed for my autism, you know, like for my rants and stuff. I feel like over time I've felt ashamed, but yeah, no. Now, this is why I always joke around about the whole, like, I'm adopting the 3,000-year-old lolly, like, vibe. Because, like, I'm a silly little goober who's, like, lived through decades of trauma. You know? Like, I just am. Yeah, no, at the end of the day, I'm just talking about accepting myself for who I am. That's it. It's just, I feel like I'm a little bit of an oddity. Yeah, I mean, there's that point too. Yeah, like IRL, like I can't be as whimsical as I want to be. Yeah, I mean that's just a societal thing. That's unfortunate. Like it's funny. Like I when I was younger, I did have fantasies of being like, you know, small and cuter IRL when I was younger, because I was still coping, I guess, you know? Like over time I've accepted that, you know, obviously there's nothing I can do to change my physical state. Like I'll always be 6'2", as much as I've gotten other surgeries and stuff to look cuter and more androgynous and to remain androgynous through hormones and stuff. Like here like if I could turn back time and get on puberty blockers, would I? Yeah, of course, you know. I didn't want to be tall. I didn't want to be as masculine as I was. Like these are all things I didn't want, but like I'm not that delusional. I know what I have, and there's nothing wrong with being tall. And I guess that's the thing is that's the conclusion I've come to at the end of the day. The bigger problem is society. It's just the fact that like there's no reason why growing up the way that I did this, I could like if, and I wonder about this. I wonder if I had grown up in a society that would still accept me for being a cute little being, even if I'm 6'2" manly. I wonder if I would have gotten all the surgeries I got. Like I wonder how much of society being so close-minded and putting things into very specific boxes is what ultimately made me feel like I want to be all these things as I got older. Like, for instance, I am comfortable with being 6'2" androgynous IRL and looking old because I've seen enough people in my life now who look like that, who are badass, you know, to find a wardrobe that fits me. And I'm looking forward to being a distinguished 6'2" androgynous person IRL. But then online, I'm given the opportunity to like fulfill that fantasy, you know, being a cute little goober. So like, of course I'm gonna take that opportunity to be a cute little goober online. Like, fuck yeah. Like I don't rant. Like when I'm hanging out with my boyfriend, for instance, I'm not a constant ranter, you know, like we just usually chill and we game, and half the time we're quiet, and then we just kind of goof, you know. I'm actually just realizing something right now. Yeah, I guess when it comes to creating content, no, drugs are not. What the fuck? What kind of questions is that? Are drugs involved? Huh? What? The fuck kind of question is that? Yeah, I'm realizing that, yeah, it's weird. I guess the content I'm ultimately making on YouTube is, yeah, it's funny. Being comfortable between friends, I'm quiet, and then I'm very randomly goofy. That's how I am. Like, but I'm addicted to Twitch chat. I'm addicted to Twitch chat, not just watching it, but talking to it. I'm addicted to the feedback of comment sections in Twitch chat. That's why I'm the way I am on my that's why I'm making the content I'm making. But yeah, my natural state with friends is just quiet usually. Yeah, you are the drug, true. That is so true. Modern nationalism is just smokes and mirrors. Venomally is just based on preserving patriarchy. Yeah, Pravisa, I looked into that and it was interesting. Someone said that the domination of men started with the plow. And before that there was more matriarchies. But I don't know. The thing is the lens of history is often very white and male. And so I don't know. This is why I think it's important to talk about the reality of now as opposed to trying to reflect on the past, because yes, the past might have got us here and been a foundational starting point for why we're in the brain rot we are in today. I don't think you need to look at the past to justify having equal rights. Do you know what I mean? I don't think you have to. I think we can just say, you know what, we should have equal rights. I don't think there needs to be any justification on what the past used to be like. I think you can just say that. I think you can just say, hey, it ain't hurting no one. So yeah, I mean, if we strip everything down to just what is the pure like essence of the presence, then it is just control. It's just people. It's people who want control and power, and they're using effective means of maintaining that control and power. I mean, you can have control and power. I think you can do it. It doesn't have to be patriarchy. You can be, you know, I think a matriarchy can probably be corrupt and also have power. It's just, this is like the current form of what we're seeing, you know? But I guess the reason why I say, like, let's call it white nationalism, let's call it what it is because foundationally it's that. And if you start calling it that instead of, like, conservative Republicans, it's hard for them to argue about stuff. It's like the smoke. I feel like the smoke and mirrors of current politics goes away if you just start calling them white nationalists. Like, oh, you're a Republican? Oh, a white nationalist. You know, they'll immediately just be like, no, 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 no. And it's just like, I don't know. I guess I'm just, to me, it's just like a disempowering thing to be like, oh, you're just a white nationalist. Oh, so you're a white Christian nationalist. No, I'm a Republican. All right. Okay, white nationalist. Bye. Let me ask you something. Like, this is my filter. It's like, oh, you're Christian, cool. So do you believe in Jesus or the Bible? What? Yeah, do you believe in the teachings of Jesus or the Bible? Because I'm all about Jesus. I ain't about the Bible. Like, yeah, we can have a conversation about Christ. He's badass. What, you follow the Bible? The book written by men? Yet you don't follow, like, what are you gonna follow? Jesus or the Bible? You follow the word, a historical document written by a bunch of politicians, wealthy politicians? That's crazy, bro. I follow the word of Jesus. Fuck off. Jesus is an OG content creator. I wish I could replace Andrew Tate with Jesus OG Christ. That's a wild statement, bro. I wish I could replace Andrew Tate with a goldfish. But yeah, I mean, you know, anyone who's educated, who's genuinely educated on the Bible knows it's just a historical manuscript put together by wealthy kings towards the purpose of societal manipulation. We all know that. Anyone who's educated knows that. Much of a sham as Mormonism is. It's just all. Oh my god, that reminds me. I saw a thing today about there's some people who are fighting ICE in Los Angeles. I heard a phrase that I thought was great. They said everyone is illegal on stolen land. Everyone's an illegal immigrant on stolen land. I think that's what it was. I was like, dude, that's base as fuck, bro. That is so base, so true. Eat a bada boop bop. Guys, I'm trying not to look directly at you, but it's really hard to set up my avatar to where I don't just look directly at you. Got a pet? I had 4 cats, they're all dead. So no, I don't have any cats anymore. They were the love of my life and I cared about them so much. But they're all dead. They're on my desk. Here. This one's Sammy. You can't hear me shaking their ashes around. This one is Silver. This one's Gray. And this one is TJ. I have these like really tight cases that are good for like travel because I want to scatter the rest of their ashes in a shrine somewhere in Japan. I want them to be there with me when I finally complete my journey and get to the place I always wanted to go. Although there have been days where I'm just like, maybe I should go find like a beautiful park here or like a national monument or something. Like a national park and just like do it here in Oklahoma. Just kind of be done with it. Because in some ways it's a little sad having their ashes around still. I kind of want to let go once and for all. They're not though. You're wrong. Particles, it's so stupid. Yeah, we talk about particles because the original. It's so stupid, bro. Do you know why we talk about particles like they're balls? It's because in the very beginning, physics was based on physical interactions between objects. So they just assumed that everything was smaller and smaller, like discrete objects. But that's not what it is, it's energy. But they still talk about it like it's discrete object. It's fucking energy, bro. It's quanta. It's a gradient. It's not balls. Oh, words are made up. Yeah, dude. I watched a video about the history of Ukraine. I watched a few of them because I was kind of curious, like, what's going on with Russia and Ukraine at this point. And, bro, I watched a 2-hour video explaining the complete history of Ukraine, and there just got to a point where, like, I kind of tuned out. Because there was so much. Like, there was so much, bro. There was so fucking much. There was so much. Like, this person from this civilization had, you know, this tribe that claimed this part of the land as theirs. And this city was then built. Then these people from this tribe, from this civilization, did this for this. You know what I mean? It was like, it was 2 hours of just nonstop, just human drama bullshit, right? About the history of Ukraine. And the kind of like the ultimate point was that Ukraine had actually no, the one I watched at the very end was not one-sided. One of them was talking about Ukraine's like sovereignty. It was very one-sided. It was very much like, you know, Ukraine has sovereignty. But this complete like non political just history of Ukraine was just drama after drama after drama after drama of who controls Ukraine for what purpose, right? And I think about this a lot with Israel and Palestine, right? Because, like, first of all, I do not vibe with genocide, obviously. I think military control of regions for the purpose of, like, political power and stuff is a stupid, humanity sucks, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But this idea that anyone is a, like, I think talking about things from the perspective of, hey, let's not hurt people and let's get along. Yes, right? Yes, like that's a good foundation. Don't hurt people. Learn to get along, right? That's a good foundation. I think the foundation of just saying like, hey, don't hurt these people who live here. That's a good starting point, right? But saying like, oh, these people deserve to be here because of history is like weird. Does that make any sense? I was the internet existed in a limited format in the 80s. I was born in 1980. But I didn't get on the early internet until I was like 7, I think. No, I think it was later than that. I think it was like 9 or 10 or 11 maybe. Yeah, no, the internet exists, so you can just go read up the history of the internet. I ain't gonna give you a fucking history about the internet. Ugh, I'll do a rant video eventually about that stuff. I don't feel like going into a whole thing about the history of things. Okay, I just discovered something. I like having conversations on stream. I don't like answering questions like a fucking yeah, I like having conversations about things on stream. I don't like answering questions like it's a fucking news. It's like fun to have conversations, yeah, like an interview. I don't like that. Q&A, yeah, like a press conference. I like having conversations, I guess. I think this is the hard thing about doing the streams with that in mind, is I don't know how to do that very well. I know reacting to stuff is like a good way of kind of like easing that burden. I don't know, I just feel like I get burnt out pretty quickly. Just answering questions constantly. I would like to get to a point where we can do like at least 4-hour streams. So this is what I've been thinking. I don't have a schedule, guys, right? So like I just don't have a schedule. I don't have a schedule. I have a rotating sleeping schedule. It changes all the time. Sometimes I get a bug in me and I just end up staying out forever, or I have days where I'm just depression sleeping, right? The thing about Twitch is that at the end of the day, though, streaming consistently, like consistent hours on Twitch is important. because you'll always know you're running into the same people, right? So you can develop a vibe in chat if you do it at certain hours. So here is my thought, and I've never tried this before. I think I've thought about trying this before, but I think what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna force myself to do this, because there's gonna be nights where I want to stream late, right? I'm gonna be in a mood. I'm gonna get that itch. I'm gonna be like, man, I want to stream right now. The thing is, if I stream at fucking 2 in the morning and the vibe isn't there, I'll hate myself and I don't want to stream. You know? But the reason the vibe is different at 2 a.m. versus like noon is because either no one's there or the people who are, you know what I mean? It's like, so this is my hypothesis. This is my plan. I think what I do, because according to YouTube at least, most of my viewers are like around between noon and like 6. I think. I don't think it's noon actually. I think it's more like 4 to 7 or something. But I just kind of like the idea of streaming from noon till like I feel like I can't stream anymore. Essentially, it's just essentially any time between noon and like 8 in the evening, maybe. If I feel like streaming, I stream, and I do it like once a day. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. But I think it makes more sense to always have it be at noon. Not like between noon and 8, like just not like a wide berth between those things, but just literally like you catch me at noon when I feel like streaming, or you don't see me at all. That to me just makes sense. Or you see me in my YouTube videos. I think that makes sense. I think I'm gonna try that. We're gonna try that. That's the goal. And then if I feel like streaming for 8 hours, I stream for 8 hours. If I feel like streaming for 1 hour, I stream for 1 hour. If I feel like streaming for 4 hours, I stream for 4 hours. But you'll know that when I stream, it's gonna be at noon, and then you have that. We have that consistency. And with that, I'm gonna leave you because my boyfriend's awake, and I'm gonna go hang out with them. I love you. And then I have the playlist. If you haven't seen the playlist, so if you need like if you ever want to go back to my old stuff, they're categorized on playlists on YouTube. But yeah, this has been fun. Thank you. I love you guys. Until next time, bye!